back to another new card showcase. Today we've got a fan favorite deck. One of the most beloved in the game, Shaddolls. Is it going to be meta? Is it going to be a good deck? I feel like Shaddoll really is like a one single, like, extender or new spell or something away from being, like, top tier again. Let's figure it out. Let's see if this is the one. Release the Fire Flood with Shaddolls. There she is. There's Winda. Okay, so what do we have here? We have, what is that supposed to be? You can see the different colors he's got in his body here. I think those are like the Infernoid, what do they call? I don't know. The lore of Infernoid and Shaddoll is intertwined with a whole bunch of like dual terminal stuff, but also like some religious like things. It's actually very interesting. Anyway, we've got Tohushaddoll. I don't know what Tohu is, but this is a level 7 Earth Rock. Oh, that's just a Gem Knight, right? Which one is this supposed to be? That's a Gem Knight. Gem Knight Crystal? Okay. Tohushaddoll. Isn't this the exact same stats as Shadow Core? The circular Gem Knight card, right? That's the same thing, I'm pretty sure. Level 7 Rock Flip Earth Monster. Can only use the first second effect once per turn, only once that turn. You can only use one of the first and second. Jesus, wow, they really went with the old school Shaddoll restriction. Christ. So you can only use the flip or the grave effect in the turn and not both. Flip, you can target a non-rock Shaddoll in your grave and apply its effect that activates when it is flipped face up. So you can flip this and then it copies the effect of a flip in the graveyard. Sure. So I guess you can maybe somehow potentially, if there's a way to cheat this out and bring it onto the field easily, then you could like copy the effect of Dragon or Squamata for like disruption. If this card is sent to the grave by a card effect, you can fusion summon a Shaddoll fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing its materials from hand, field, or graveyard. Alright, we just went from 0 to fucking 100, dude. Jesus Christ, that's insane. They just made a tier limit. It's a better tier, well, maybe not better, but it is like a tier limit. It is literally just a tier limit. Fusion summon any Shaddoll fusion from the extra by banishing materials from hand, field, or grave. You can't switch from the extra after turn you activate this effect except Shaddolls. So big heavy restriction there. They probably learned their lesson from tier limit, but oh my god, that is very cool. Banishing is worse since Shaddolls cannot recur. I don't think that's completely true. Doesn't Aerial recur banish cards? I want to say one of the trap cards also like recurs. But that's not the point, anyway. Like, banishing resources is fine. Like, the goal clearly with Shaddoll is, you know, you want to kill your opponent, right? So, it's fine. You guys are so... The fact that you would even mention that is very funny. You people are so spoiled with your Fiendsmith cards that all, like, infinitely recycle themselves. Guys, it's okay if an archetype doesn't have infinite recursion. Like, it's so spoiled. Like, it's fine to not have permanent resources, okay? Like, anyway. Tohu is Hebrew for the Void. Void Shaddoll Grysta. Isn't there one other Void Shaddoll monster? The attribute guy, I think, right? It used to be played in tier limit. I think that's Void. That's a Void Shaddoll. Wait, so hold on. So when this comes to the TCG, this is probably gonna be like Void Shaddoll. They'll just translate it. Does that mean this is going to maybe be searchable some way by like Infernoid cards? Because I think they search like Void cards. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. So a new fusion here. El Shaddoll. Not to be mistaken with the Spanish prefix of the. It is not the Shaddoll. It is El Shaddoll Meshahrail. Meshahrail. What does that mean? Mesha is Hebrew for salvation, deliverance, and freedom. Shaddoll monster plus a dark plus an earth. 3 material monster, okay. Unaffected by your opponent's activated spell trap effects and by activated effects from opponent's monsters whose original level rank is lower than this card's current level. Okay, I know this is really embarrassing, but like, can you just like SP this? Right? Okay. Now, I think it is funny that they gave Shaddolls a towers, but me when no levels. So this is probably going to go hard in Genesis. So yeah, you can definitely make this very easily with the new one. Once per turn, pay 800. Wow, dude, pay 8, dude. There's the Infernoid lore. Sorry, the Cliffort lore. The Cliffort Towers is now a Shaddoll fusion, and it pays 8 to search a card. Wow, that's incredible, by the way. It adds a Shaddoll card. Any Shaddoll card. Fusion, El Shaddoll fusion, and it even adds Void Spell and traps. Because, like, I don't even know, like, how you're supposed to mix Shaddolls and Infernoid, but you can now add Void cards. You can add Void Trap Hole. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the... It's embarrassing. Bro... It's 2025 and he asked me to search a trap hole. Like, shut the fuck up. If this card is sent to the grave, special a Shaddoll from your grave. Can this summon itself? Unaffected by activated effects and by activated from opponent's monster. Wait, how do you out this thing? What the... It's not... Wait, is it once per turn? I'm confused. It's not once per turn? Must be fusion summon? But isn't that... I guess must first be fusion summoned is different to must be fusion summoned. So you can't correctly summon this and then keep bringing itself back. That's unfortunate. That would be pretty insane. Because it's literally not once per turn, and it would just never leave the graveyard, the field. That's actually crazy. Yes, this is like decades old. You didn't know the ruling from the must first be only and must first be... Shut up, baby. Anyway, there's also a new one here. We've got some Void cards. And one new Void spell. So I guess this is the one you can search. Or probably the one you want to search here. It's Void Liberation. You can only use the first and second event of this card name each once per turn. You can reveal a Shaddoll in your hand, cost, add 2 Shaddoll cards from deck to your hand of different types, monster, spell, trap, from the revealed card and each other, then discard a card. This is absolutely buzzingingly turbo broken busted. That is fucking believable. This just adds Shaddoll fusion and a monster and then triggers like bricked up Shaddolls in your hand by triggering their grave effects. You can add Tohu Shaddoll. You can add Shaddoll fusion, discard Tohu, and then like miracle fuse with the grave. You can pitch Dragon to pop a back row, Squabara to like fill up the grave for fodder for Tohu. Like, this is unfucking believingly broken. You have to reveal a Shaddoll trap to add a monster and spell. Oh, it's like one or the other. Add Shaddoll from to your hand of different types from the revealed card. Right, okay. This is still bad. This is still good, though. Because, like, you can add... The traps are still good. Like, you can dump Core. You can dump Ray Shaddoll Carnation. Like, the Shaddolls do have, like, good trap cards that are decent in the graveyard. So, like, that's not terrible. And if you draw any of them, then you could just add a spell and a monster. Twitter said this was bad. Twitter also said that top 17 at a YCS is still top cut. So, you know, 66% pull, by the way. So let's not listen to Twitter. Yeah, this is probably just the best Shaddoll card ever printed, right? Like, I mean, I know the bar isn't very high for Shaddolls. Like, the deck isn't, like, that good. But this is unbelievably good. Like, it's... they gave the deck a Melody of Awakening Dragon that triggers a card immediately. Like, that is so unbelievably good. All right, anyway, I didn't find too much in the way of great combos today, but let's have a look at this one. So this is just a test hand here. This is, I think, any way to construct. We are going to fuse a Squamata and Cartesia into a Construct. Construct and Squamata both going to dump Wendy and Reincarnation. Wendy going to special summon Hedgehog from the deck in face down. We're going to activate the Carnation, banishing itself from the grave, and a Shaddoll to immediately trigger a flip card. This is why adding a trap and discarding a trap is fine, because you can immediately trigger flips via Wendy, for example. You're going to flip the Hedgehog and add the El Shaddoll fusion. Sorry, for 1 second there, I thought Hedgehog adds monsters. I thought we cheated. Okay, so we're going to add El Shaddoll. And obviously, going second, you can add regular Shaddoll and fuse from the deck, etc. I'm going to remake Construct. Construct being the only Shaddoll that isn't once per turn for some reason. Grave effect of Construct recycles L. Construct going to dump Tohu. Tohu can now do the Miracle Fusion, banishing Eins, Zwei, Drei. That's going to summon out the Meshahrail Shaddoll, counting itself as a rock. A dark plus any Shaddoll is Wendy Hedgehog. Then we activate Meshahrail. That's going to add the Void Liberation. Void Liberation can reveal the card the construct added back. That's going to be the spell. Now we get to add monster and trap cards here. We're going to add the Grysta and Schism. Then we discard a card. You don't have to discard a Shaddoll, but any other Shaddoll here in your hand, not just hand traps, can be triggered. Discard a Beast for a draw. Squamata, Dragon Pop, etc. Lots of different things here, and you can pass turn with that. So yeah, that is a fairly basic, simple combo, but any way to get to construct is just window on your opponent's turn. Wait, is it window? Wait, hold up. It's not actually window. We're missing a dark. Huh. Well, I'm sure you'll just simply have one in your hand. Smile. You get the El Shaddoll Fusion. Wait, no, it's fine. You can just go El Shaddoll Fusion, fuse the guy you just added with the construct, remake construct. The new construct on the opponent's turn is going to send the dark. You can use like Dragon to pop, Beast to draw, and then you can use that dark to then use the Schism and then window your opponent. So it's actually pretty good. Like it's obviously kind of fragile because, you know, any point in time here your opponent veils or ashes you, but Fusion deck is going to need like 2-3 card combos to get going in the first place, except branded. But you know, all right, that's actually pretty cool. This Void Liberation card is unbelievable. All right. Now, as you guys know, Slenderman is known in the Farfa viewer card showcase highlights as a bit of a gamer. So let's see what he's got for us today with just Nadir. We're going to dump Al Capone and add Maximus. New chain, Al Capone activates to add and discard a Shaddoll. We're going to discard the Squamata. Squamata is going to dump Hedgehog, and Hedgehog is going to add Wendy. We're going to activate Maximus by banishing the Al Capone to special summon. Maximus effect is going to send Infernoid Evil and Ray Shaddoll Wendy Kulu. I think this was the new one we saw like last week. Apparently that's just going to recycle from the graveyard. That's going to add the Shaddoll Hedgehog and the Wendy back. And then we're going to also search the Void release from the Infernoid Evil, which adds any Void spell trap, by the way. We're going to add the Wendy and the Schism. Discard the Wendy. Wendy is then going to trigger to special summon Tohu in face down defense. And then we're going to set and pass. Remember, we're locked out of our extra deck from the Nadir Servant, but that's okay because this is a main phase 3 card effect. We're going to go on the opponent's turn here, use El Shaddoll Fusion to go into construct with the Tohu and the Maximus. That is going to fuse up into Shekinaga, which is a monster negate, using the Earth attribute of Tohu. Then we're going to activate the effect of the Wendy to summon Dragon from the deck face down. Activate the Schism. Schism is then going to fuse up into Wendy Kulu. Wendy Kulu is going to flip the Dragon, and that's going to bounce a card. We have a negate here. And probably at some point, to be honest with you, this is just to look very cool and fancy because we're using the new cards. Keep it nice and fucking simple. Just make a window. You probably win the game on the spot. So yeah, pretty freaking good. That's just Nadir. Literally just Nadir. All right, let's move on to the other cards here. We've got Infernal Strike Fighter, Galaxy Eyes Antimatter Dragon, and Wind Unicorn Parallel the Draco Slayer. New Kirin just dropped. New Kirin. All right, and of course, guess who's back? Back again. Halq is back. Special a tuner. Does it special a tuner? It probably specials a tuner. Hitler alive. Hitler alive. Oh my god. All right, let's begin with Infernal Strike Fighter. What is this one supposed to be? Dark Strike Fighter, right? But as a... What is it, Infernity one? What is Infernal supposed to be? Jack Atlas cards or something? This is a completely generic level 7 synchro. Level 7 Dark Machine synchro. You can only use the first and second effect of this game once per turn during the main phase 2. Ah, yes. I wonder why it's main phase 2. I don't think you get those turn 1, do you? Unless you're a branded player. During the main phase 2, quick effect. Destroys many face-up monsters on the field as possible. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to destroys monsters' total levels, original levels times 200. What is the difference between this and Dark Strike? It's just a quick effect, right? If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target a level 5 or lower machine in your grave, special summon it in defense. This card is draw a battle card for target level 5 or lower machine. You grave special summon it in defense. This is a really good, like, Crystron card, I'm thinking, no? Like, you can synchro into this on your opponent's turn, and then just blow up their field in main phase 2. Like, you know, it is main phase 2, which is, but, like, it's not... You'll find some use for it. The Crystron extra deck might be a little bit tight, though. That's the thing. I don't know how you're fitting, like, K9 cards, plus, like, this, potentially, just for a very... I don't want to say very niche, but main phase 2 is, like, you know, they can just, like... Like, they might need their battle phase to, like, punch over infinity or something, potentially. That could be okay. If this card is a draw a battle card for level 5 or lower machine, and you grave special summon it in defense. So, this can also just bring back, like, Sulfador. That's going to be able to trigger and dump and then get you follow-up. I'm not really sure what else you would really want to do with that. Like, I can only really think of Crystron. Is there any other deck this is, like, super useful in? Super heavy samurai? I don't know. I'm just getting Crystron vibes from this. So two Crystron cards in this one. Orcust? How are you making a level 7 Synchro in Orcust? Brass Bombard. Yeah, very funny. Alright, next we've got Galaxy Eyes Antimatter Dragon. This is a level 9 Light Dragon Xyz. 2 level 9 monsters. Oh, Gender Raider. Mentioned. Generator mentioned. Once per turn, you can also Xyz Galaxy Eyes Antimatter Dragon by using an Xyz monster you control with 3 or more materials. Transfer its materials. Hold on a second. That's generic. Xyz summon this by using any Xyz with 3 materials. Any Xyz. So I can just summon Zodiac fucking Ram Ranch. Rank up into Zodiac, Piss Girl, and Furry Guy, and Mommy Titty, and then just summon this. Is that good? For a 4,000 attacker? Maybe. Any battle damage this card with material inflicts your opponent is halved. Okay. I can make this in BA! You can detach a material from this card. Apply this effect. If you detach the monster, you can send a monster with its same type from your deck to the graveyard. Hold on. Did they just make Lavavel Chain? Detach a material, apply this effect. If you detach the monster, send the monster with its same type from deck to grave. Once applied, this card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase this turn. Wait a second. Can you use this turn 1? Is this like the Megalo Soul Charge like rulings? You can't use this turn 1, even though like... So what's the difference between this and Soul Charge? In terms of rulings. Once applied, this can make up to 2 attacks during each battle phase. It's like double Iris. Damn. Well, you know what, guys? I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I think the Konami did us a favor. Perhaps it's good that you can't use this turn 1. Maybe that was a very deliberate design intention. It seems as though that is actually a good thing. Wait, can you use this main phase 2? If you didn't use your battle phase? During each... Because, like, you could theoretically get a battle phase with, like, Valkyrie or something. No? You can't even use this in main phase 2. Huh. Well, I'm just going to be using this to make a really big Zeus. Right, guys? Really big Zeus. Okay. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm not an expert, but does this even have any practical applications in Galaxy Eyes? Because it really just feels like a deck that's going to utilize the graveyard for free that can just use this if you have Xyz. Like, I know it's dumb, but in Burning Abyss, right, I can make a Dante and then make a Down a Magician. And then that's 3 materials, and then I make this, and then I can detach and dump, and then I can send a Skarm or a Farfa, then I can make a Zeus. Like, I'm just saying, that's about as cool of a combo as I can come up with, but, I mean, this is, like, a pretty useful, good card, right? Dark Matter didn't really have use in Galaxy. That's a shame. Alright, well, anyway, next up, we've got Ryuukenshi Wind Unicorn Parallel. Welcome back, Kieran. They literally just gave him, like, a Super Saiyan 2 form. Same level, same stats. Same scale. Alright. Apparently they also gave him like 4 new effects. Jesus Christ. Welcome to 2025, Kieran. By the way, just for context, guys, you know this box here on OG Kirin? See this box? This is empty on the OG Kirin. The OG this is empty. You can only use the pend effect of this card's name once per turn. If you have a card, so there's 2 effects here. Okay, wait, no. Apply in sequence. Activate one. Yeah, it's got 2 effects. Okay. If you have a card in your other pen zone, activate one of these effects. Special summon this card. Wait, no restriction? Destroy this and then special level 5 or lower pen monster from your pen zone. Wait. This is unbelievably broken in just any pendulum deck. This is just a guy in any pen deck. It's a turbo card. I think this will be bad in Genesis. This will probably be pretty terrible to play in Genesis. Yes, you are right. But for everyone else who's normal, this is just an extender. This is just a pen. They really needed this. Pendulum just needed a guy that just said summon. So that you can try and make beyond turn 1. Or pre-pen summon is really what I'm trying to say here. Like, you want to try and make your... you want to... Like, ideally, like, an ideal world, you like Apollosa and, like, Macedon, but that's obviously done now. So you have, like, as many pointing down arrows as possible before your pen summon. So this is going to definitely help that. And it summons any other from your scale. So, like, 2-card combo, this thing can summon out some more traditionally difficult to special sub pen monsters that you just draw. So this is absolutely ludicrous. This card is insane. This is just an extender. That's probably going to be played in everything. It's very, very good. I haven't even read the monster effect, by the way. You can only use the second monster effect of this name once per turn. Your opponent cannot target this pen summon card with card effects, and it can be destroyed by their card effects. They somehow managed to slightly nerf the Kirin protection. So OG Kirin doesn't need to be pen summoned to have the protection. It just, you contribute summon Kirin, it'll still be protected. Because I think unironically they did design OG Kirin to be normal tribute summoned. But then people realized, wait a minute, what if we just don't play Magispectors? What if we play Kirin in other good pendulum decks? And then it was like, huh, didn't think that far ahead, did you, Konami? Anyway, sorry, I'm BA player. I still have PTSD from this card. Quick effect, target a penned monster card. You control a 1 card your opponent controls, return to the hand. It's just Kirin. It's just Kirin. It's just Kirin that just gave it an extender. Is it still a Meadowfoes? No, it's not. It's a Draco Slayer. Wait, bro's not on the team anymore. Wait, what the wait, he's not a Magispector anymore. Oh, come on. Wait, so you can't even search this in Magispector. Is this even good in Magispector? I mean, it's good in Magispector because it's like still an extender and stuff. But you can't even get this in Magispector. How do you search it? He's a Draco Slayer now. It's a wind spellcaster. Oh, true. Yeah, the what's it called? But that's actually useless though, because the rank 4 Magispector that summons a wind spellcaster from your deck, like that's not relevant because this needs to be pen summoned to get the good effect. I think. Actually, no. It just needs to be pen summoned to get the protection. But you still get the bounce. Okay. So this is a very good card in every deck. You would probably just play this over OG Kirin and actual Magispector, but I assume there's going to be better decks that can take advantage of this than Magispector. All right, here we go. Hitler alive. He's back. All right. What is this guy's problem? Crystron, Halqifibrax, Prism. Link 3. Noodle fiber. Bottom left, bottom right. 2+ monsters including a tuner. Didn't give it a restriction, did they? They didn't restrict it. Bro, it's not a Magispector card, it's a Draco Slayer? Yeah. What do you mean? Sorry, this is pissing me off. Excuse me, Kirin will always be a Magispector card. Okay? Just because he did a little transfer window during the summer season, went on loan to Manchester United or something like that, doesn't mean he's not a Magispector anymore, okay? He's still a Magispector. To us. Always. Anyway. You can only use the first and second effect name of this card once per turn. If this card is Link Summon Special Tuner from your extra... Wait, did they buff Hulk? If this card is Link Summon Special Tuner from your extra deck in defense, with a level lower than or equal to the total original levels of monsters used as material. Huh. I mean, there's some pretty high-level guys you can potentially summon. You can maybe summon, like, Shooting Riser Dragon, which is, like, foolish. Crazy in White Forest. Yeah, maybe this is, like, goes hard in White Forest. During your opponent's main or battle phase quick effect, banish this. Special 3 Crystron tokens. They can't be tributed. Wait, what the fuck? It doesn't synchro? Why is the effect not negated? That is true. It just summons an extra deck card, and it doesn't negate it. Oh my god. Jeez. Why doesn't it have a restriction anymore? Like, it's a Link 3 that requires a tuner. It's still like, it's pretty. It's not hard to summon, but it's definitely. I mean, it's hard to compare. Is it better than Halqifibrax? I don't know if it's really a competition. They're just different, right? This one is harder to summon, but you get apparently a lot more payoff here. Wow, it's pretty incredible. 3 Crystron tokens at a level 1. I mean, gosh, like that just sets you up for synchro plays into basically any monster you really want, right? Like you can just kind of just make anything. First, we ban all the synchro tuners. It just makes a Link 4 for free. It's already good in Blue Eyes. So I don't actually have any replays of this one, I think. I found a random one on Twitter. Weirdly enough, I went to the Crystron Discord community, and guys, this might shock you, but they didn't have a good replay. I know, right? Crazy. Apparently, I asked the Crystron expert, Bellbind, and he said it's actually not that great in Crystron. Like pure Crystron. Alright, what are we doing here? Alright, that's the Primite guy. Wait, what? The Primite fusion and seals to summon this? We're giving up seals for this? Really? Alright, special summon Resilia. Send. Make. Who is this again? Wait, that's the freaking Dragoonity monster. Oh my god, the Dragoonity monster needs a tuner, doesn't it? And that's just a generic Omni. Oh, Dweller, rather. Yeah. Can we stop? This is all one card. Wait, what? This is so insane. And it's Blue Eyes. Could you believe that we're saying Blue Eyes is insane? Dude, just wait till the good decks get their hands on this shit. Like, that was that's one barrel. Wait till the good decks start playing with this thing. Holy crap. Oh my god, that is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Konami just... They keep taking one step forward, 2 steps back with Modern. This card, if you could ever find the definition as to why people are flocking to Genesis format, like, this is it. Like, I don't know what this is for. Like, why did they make this? Right? Like, it's so open-ended. It doesn't negate the guy it summons from the extra deck. There's no restrictions. There's no lock. There's no downside here. There's literally none whatsoever. And I don't get it. I don't get what they're trying to do sometimes. Like we've gone through this exact same song and dance for years at this point. It took them like what, 2 years to ban Halqifibrax? They banned Halqifibrax. Finally, they banned Halqifibrax after what? What did they have to do to finally get round to banning Halqifibrax?
Alright, I've figured out how to fix the game. First, we ban all the tuner monsters.
That's what we're gonna have to do again. We're back. The same situation. Again, we're gonna have to ban all the tuner monsters. And then finally, after they've gone through the reprint, after they've gone through the sales of their Megatins for Halqifibrax Link 3, then in 2027, they can ban Halqifibrax Link 3. And then guess what? In 2030, they're gonna make a Link 4 Halqifibrax, and it's going to do the exact same thing, except it's going to summon an extra deck synchro tuner from your binder, and then we're going to have to go through this exact thing, and then Farfa's going to do the Link 4 Halqifibrax review, and then it's going to be, once again...
Alright, I've figured out how to fix the game. First, we ban all the tuner monsters.
Thanks everyone for tuning in to this showcase of new cards. We'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this. Peace out.